right. Hello, Joe.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good.
Long day for us today, yeah?
Yeah, it was pretty long, but
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun, so
Yeah.
gonna have some more fun now.
Good to be back in the swing of the camps.
Oh, very much so. Quite missed that kind of getting everyone in the same space and working that way. So
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a great band called Greenday.
yeah, great band.
So when did you first come across this band?
I was aware of them growing up, but it wasn't really until I was about 13 when American Idiot came out, and then they were really huge on the radar then. I think they came into the public psyche a lot more then, and that's when I went back and I listened to their older stuff as well. So
Yeah.
it was around that time.
Yeah, I mean that was the second coming of the band really for me.
Yeah, it seemed to
Dookie
be
was
all
my
right.
first experience. I was in school when that came out.
Yeah, I was 3. So
Oh yeah,
sorry.
the digs are flying already. Great. Yeah. So, all right, let's get straight into business then.
All right.
We'll avoid the football talk because neither of us have anything to scream about really.
Oh God, no.
No. Okay. So, right. Green Day. 3 members: Billy Joe Armstrong on guitar and vocals. He's the kind of driving force of the band. Trey Cool on drums and Mike Dirnt on bass. I formed in 1986 in California when they were in school, and they were originally called Sweet Children.
Not a great name.
Not a great name. No,
I
it's
see why they
strange.
changed it. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but they made a good decision. They found something a bit better. Often bands do. It
Yeah.
wasn't until 1994 that they released their major label debut, Dookie. So I guess they
Yeah.
were on the scene for a long time, just playing in clubs and stuff like that. On that.
Yeah, a lot of their original kind of fans kind of disowned them after they went to a major label, actually.
Yeah.
And they were quite worried about it, but it turned out okay for them in the end.
Well, yeah, I mean, it turned out great for the band.
Yeah.
And I mean, they had more to offer than just that kind of punk stuff, that kind of
No,
underground
that's very
punk stuff.
true. I think it would have been a shame if they hadn't, you know.
Yeah. I mean, Dookie was an album I heard. I remember there was a kid in my class who had the album and was playing it on repeat, and raving about the band. But
Yeah, such a good album. I
yeah,
remember when I came across him when the American Idiot came out, and I thought that was really good. But when I went to listen to Dookie, I actually thought that was better.
yeah,
So just for me, and I mean,
yeah, it is. I think Basket Case was the big hit off that, and there was a
yeah,
great
great
video
song.
for it. But my favorite song by far was Longview. I just love the bass line
Yeah, I
in it.
liked
It's
that
just
one
really,
too.
really great.
Yeah, just it's probably because you're a bass player and has such a wicked bass riff at the beginning, you know.
Yeah, that's probably something to do with it. But yeah, it definitely, it just, for me, like it was unusual as well. It had a great kind of
Yeah, it was definitely different to a lot of the stuff that was kind of
um
going around in that genre for sure.
but obviously we have to be a little careful about the content here, so we're gonna go to
Can't play that
something.
one, no.
No, we can't play that one. But I'm gonna play When I Come Around, which
Great song.
is a great song, and probably, I mean, more commercial, definitely, for them. So let me just share that with you, and we'll check it out.
All the way across town, she been searching for that someone that is beyond on the crowd. That just sit around feeling sorry for yourself. Well, don't get lonely now, and try your white eyes. I'm just living for the moment, sneezing my back just as I can. So upside you've been thinking about ditching me. No time to search the world around, 'cause you know where I'll be found when I come around.
Great big sound for a trio.
Oh yeah, very much so.
Yeah, it's great.
I like that video actually. The way it all kind of links up, it's very good.
Yeah, and that's kind of one of the things, you know, the good videos was a big part of their act, I suppose.
Yeah.
They had a great look as well, so you know that helps.
Yeah, you saw Trey Cool's hair there, it was pretty cool.
Great. So when it come around was off Dookie. Then Insomniac was next. That was in 1995. So 1995, I was doing my Leaving Cert. Joe, where were you?
I was actually at the other end of school. I started junior infants in 1995. Would you believe?
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, that's mad.
Yeah. Sorry. But it's true.
Yeah, this album went double platinum.
Really? Wow.
But it was still, you know, a bit of a disappointment compared to Dookie. But I guess they brought a little bit more of that punk thing back.
Yeah, they kind of went a bit less commercial with it, actually, weirdly. But I really quite like a lot of the songs off this album.
Yeah, I just would wonder if that was kind of, you know, just responding to the backlash.
Yeah, possibly.
Success they had. Yeah, so I'm going to share another song off this, and it's kind of it's like two songs mashed together. It's Brain Stew and Jaded.
Great.
You know, it's really just, you know, harken back to their earlier days for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
So let me share that with you now. Okay, cool stuff. High energy.
That's really that pure pop punk kind of sound. Like the drums just remind you so much of the likes of like Travis Barker, and you know, it's real. That's that real, like as fast as you can possibly go, sort of stuff, which is great.
It is, yeah. It's loads of energy there. I never really sat like I never felt comfortable with the band because of, you know, the kind of commercial punk thing just seemed to be, you know,
you know,
it's not together very well.
I get it, but you know, I kind of grew up in that era, so it kind of seemed normal to me. But you got to remember that people say, oh, you know, that's nothing, like that's not real punky. You have to look like, not like the Sex Pistols say. Well, but like you know, the Sex Pistols were put together by their manager. They were like a manufactured band as such. So this whole idea of like punk, it never really existed the way people think it does.
Yeah, it did, certainly not in the public, you know, not
in the public eye. You know, maybe they had their own kind of thing, but like their own kind of scene, and like you're not supposed to make it, you're a sellout if you do. But you know, I never kind of went along with that really, to be honest. I mean, if you do well, you do well. If you're, if you don't make it and you have this underground kind of following, that's great too, you know. I just think this whole kind of punk snobbery is a bit annoying, to be honest. That's just my opinion.
It's just entertainment, you know. That's
that's all it is
to be. Okay, so we watched Brain Stew and Jaded, kind of a mashup of the two. I'll take another one off this album called Walking Contradiction.
Good song.
Another good song, yeah.
Do as I say, not as I do, because I'm so deep you can't run away. I beg to differ on the contrary. I agree with every word that you say. Talk is cheap and lies are expensive. My wallet's fat and so is my head. And run and only you would get a smart ass, but I'll play it dumb. Standard set and broken all the time. Control the chaos behind the gun. Call it as I say it, even if I was born deaf, blind and dumb. Losers winning big on the lottery. Rehab, recheck, sales, snippet blue. Constant reputation with myself a victim, but that's 22. I have no belief, but I believe I'm a walking contradiction, and I ain't got no rights. Do as I say, not as I do, because I'm so.
Yeah, great. Well worth a watch of that video. It's funny.
Yeah, class.
Cool. So, yeah, walking contradiction. Okay, so 1997 then is Nimrod, and they're probably their biggest hit. Time of Your Life, Good Riddance.
Yeah, people who even don't like other Green Day songs like this song. So
yeah, it's pretty.
it's kind of a
perfect.
timeless ballad, like.
Perfect sentimental music for TV programs, and
Yeah, and it's funny that around the time that this came out, it was a lot of people picked it as their wedding song, whereas it's actually, if you listen to the lyrics, it's about a breakup, which is quite ironic.
True. Well, there's a load of songs like that. There's loads and loads.
There actually is loads, yeah.
And people just, I mean, even if they know the meaning of the words, they just like the sentiment behind it, or
like,
the feeling,
the sentimentalness of it,
yeah. So this is well worth a look.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
So there you go, punk with strings.
Yeah. That song's not really punk. It's just a great, great acoustic ballad. Like, it's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly. And there's no reason why they had to write just punk songs.
Yeah, that's the thing. Our last Rock Talk that I did with you was about David Bowie. He did fucking everything.
Yeah, I mean, everything. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Absolutely everything.
He didn't do a punk album.
Maybe not.
But definitely influenced by punk, yeah.
Yeah, he definitely was influenced by punk in the late 70s for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it depends on what punk is. Is punk kind of Blondie and Roxy music, or is punk Sex Pistols?
I think punk's more the attitude you have. It's just
Clash.
if you're rocking against the establishment, then you're punk.
Okay.
I mean, you can say the Dixie Chicks are punk, even though they're not, but they definitely rock against the establishment. So
they're just called the Chicks now.
Exactly. There you go. Forgot about that. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. The next album, 2000. So you must have been nearly in secondary school at this stage.
A couple of years off, yeah.
So this is the album Warning. I really liked this song when it came out.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Well, the title track.
Yeah,
so,
the album wasn't as strong as the previous ones, I didn't think, but
no.
but definitely the title track is a great song.
I just remember just playing guitar at the time and working out this song and it being easy and enjoying that.
Yeah, 3 chords, isn't it?
I think it's a lot of it's like a scale kind of thing, between G and C or something like that. Down, 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 down. Yeah. Cool.
Evacuation protests may impair your ability to operate machinery. Can't quite tell just what it means to me. Keep out of reach at children, don't you talk to stranger. Get your philosophy from a bumper sticker. Warning, live without warning. Let's say warning, live without warning. Without, alright.
Okay, that's Warning. So I guess we're moving into leaner times for the band.
Relatively speaking, I mean,
yeah,
they cracked out 4 albums in 6 years there, so
yeah, pretty good.
really good going.
The 2001, they were nominated for 8 trophies at the California Music Awards, and they would win all of them. 2002, group's popularity among fans was clearly slipping at this point, to where the near unthinkable occurs. Greenday opened for Blink-182.
Yeah, I mean, it must have been a kick in the teeth for them because Blink-182 were like their understudies,
pretty much
starting out, and like Blink-182 would have looked up to them. So yeah. I mean, and then that was when Blink-182 were at their absolute height as well. I think that was when the Take Off Your Pants and Jacket album was out, which was huge.
Yeah.
So you're talking about one band at the height of their powers and one band just sort of waning. That was like probably their biggest dip.
Yeah.
If you can call it that. They're still doing gigs and they weren't completely nobodies, but like.
No, and how could you be when you sold that many albums, very recently? So
yeah.
But it just shows how
fickle the audiences can be at times.
Yeah, big time, and how things move on very quickly.
Yeah.
So yeah, but 2004, bang, they come back with American Idiot, massive album.
It was just so big in the public consciousness at the time. I remember, like,
yeah.
I mean, they were going back to being very punk. I mean, I think the Warning album, it's just kind of it's a good album, but they didn't really have a purpose behind it and stuff. And this was like George Bush was the big kind of bad guy at the time, which is kind of crazy to think about now. He seems completely sane in comparison to the lad they have now. But yeah, but like it was the time of September the 11th that just happened, and there was the war going on in Iraq.
Yeah.
And Green Day were very against this, and the American Idiot album was all about raging against the machine as such, to borrow the title of another band. But it was back to that sort of thing. But also it was very innovative in so far that it was like a punk rock opera. Like they had big long songs that like with lots of different parts to it, a bit like Bohemian Rhapsody. But like a punk version, like if you could call it that, like songs like Jesus of Suburbia and stuff like that. So I thought it was a great move by them to do all of that stuff. I think they found a new purpose in this time.
Yeah, but it's littered with really big hits as well.
Massive hits.
Which
Wake Me Up When September Ends was everywhere that year.
Yeah.
Couldn't get away from it. I actually got sick of it, even though it's a really good song.
Yeah.
The video
definitely
was class as well, and it was all very good.
Big time. Let's take a look at the title album, or the title song of the album. Cool. That's amazing. I actually made a video for a band years before this.
And it was similar enough, was it?
Well, I mean, I was trying to do the same thing, well, with a much lower budget. So it's just funny to see it.
I was really iconic just to see them with the green American flag, and like so many bands copied that style afterwards. The short sleeved shirts with the red ties, the short sleeve and the eyeliner and the whole lot. Like you had like My Chemical Romance and all those bands that came after. Yep. And they were completely all into that style, you know. And it was great, you know. That was very much my teenage years, was all that kind of stuff that was going on. Yeah, cool. It was a good scene. So obviously, you know, a lot more hits we could look at. Probably Boulevard of Broken Dreams is one that's kind of. Yeah, I mean that's a very popular one. There's Holiday as well. Yeah, Holiday. Yeah. So many of them. Like it was such a big album. It's huge. Let's take a look at Boulevard of Broken Dreams, because I think that's the song that a lot of kids still learn. It's such an easy song to learn, and it's a great song too. So yeah, it is.
I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me, and I walk alone. I walk this empty street on the boulevard of broken dreams, where the city sleeps and I'm the only one, and I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk alone. I walk alone, I walk up. My shadow's the only one that walks beside me. My shallow heart's the only thing that's beating. Sometimes I wish someone up there will find me. Till then I walk alone.
Okay, nice video.
Yeah, great song too. It's just real. It's real catchy, like. Yeah,
big time. Easy to play as well, which always helps.
Yeah, like a generation of kids that were getting into them, like me, could play.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And just in time for the next bunch of young guitarists coming up.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah.
So and then they also had that around this time they also had that appearance on The Simpsons, which was very funny.
Oh, it's in the Simpsons movie.
Is it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the movie, and it kind of rips off Titanic because they sank the boat.
Yeah.
They wanted to, and they said, "Gentlemen, it's a pleasure playing with you tonight," and they start playing the violins and stuff.
Yeah, let's check that out because that's really funny.
Yeah. It's on Disney Plus now. All the Simpsons. I would know.
Yeah.
It's like a massive Simpsons nerd. We could do a rock talk about the Simpsons and have it last 4 hours. Maybe not.
I was thinking about that one. Like you probably get a lot of the kids saying, "Who are the Simpsons?" Imagine that.
I think they still know it, but not as much as my generation now.
No. I mean, there's
Here we go. There they are.
Here we go. Yeah.
Excuse me, my hiney is dipping.
All right, well, thanks a lot for coming. We've been playing for 3.5 hours. Now we'd like just a minute of your time to say something about the environment.
Shut up and play!
Preaching! We're not being preachy, but the pollution in your lake is dissolving our barge.
I thought they touched on a vital issue.
I beg to differ.
Gentlemen, it's been an honor playing with you tonight.
That's class.
That's just brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just
Simpsons is great.
so full of just gags, just everywhere you
Yeah,
look, every
it's
second.
brilliant. Actually, that bit where he's going da 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 da, it reminded me of this great Green Day fact. You know where Mike Dirnt got his name?
No, where?
His name isn't actually Dirnt.
Okay.
That was his nickname in school because he used to constantly be playing the bass. He used to bring it to every class with him, and he used to be in the corner going Dirnt, 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 Dirnt. So that's where he got his name. That's where Mike Dirnt got his name.
That's class. I love that.
Yeah, you'd never have thought it, but yeah, that's where he got his name. You just think it's a kind of a German-sounding name or something, but
yeah.
it's actually a stage name. Funnily enough.
Oh, that's class. Okay. So. Yeah. So I mean, they, that was rock opera kind of period for them, and they also, I mean, they had they have a theater production of American Idiot out, a show, or a musical.
Because there was a whole story behind it. Yeah, the musical.
Yeah, and that went around the world, and the band even appeared in it from time to time. So yeah, I mean, they had another album, Revolution Radio, as well. 21st Century Breakdown was it, and that was number one. But let's take a look at Revolution Radio, just to finish up there. I like this video a lot because it kind of blends like the old and the new there. It kind of comes full circle, and there's a cool kind of look to it as well. So let's just check that out. All right, so that's Revolution Radio. I like that song.
Yeah.
It's
real hard back to the old Green Day.
Yeah, big time, and like some kind of very punk about them having, extremely clear video and just showing all the warts and everything. They look a bit rough looking there, but that's just stage, I suppose.
They're lucky in that they're punk enough that they're dyeing their hair mad colors so you can't see the grey.
yeah. It's just
young enough.
Interesting to see them age and stay punk. But there you go. That's all the time we have.
It's cool.
Green Day, fantastic band, very popular. And hopefully people will dig into them and check them out and be inspired.
And hopefully we'll get to see them next summer instead of this summer in
Yeah,
Dublin.
you got tickets too, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. So look, we'll it'll happen, I'm sure, and
I hope so.
rocking out in the front row, hopefully.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. All right, Joe. Listen, thank you very much for chatting about Greenday today,
All right. Yeah, no, it was my pleasure.
and enjoy your weekend. Right.
Will do.
All
See ya.
right, take it easy. Bye.
Bye.